This is a $150 Tiffin Black Pro Mist filter. I had this guy over my lens 99% of the times over the last 2 years. Not anymore. Also, do you know that you can just one click check your exposure, skin tones, beautiful visualization of all of these things without relying on just a vector scope and just one line for the skin tone. What's up guys, welcome back to a new video. We're still in Europe, still in Berlin in this beautiful hotel, and today we're talking about two must-have plugins for DaVinci Resolve. I recently came across these two plugins, one of them through Blaine Westrup, this amazing guy who makes incredible videos. If you don't follow him, definitely go check him out. Is one of the most technical filmmaking on YouTube, I think. And the second one, I think I just came across randomly on YouTube. So the first one we're talking about is Scatter, and the second one is a DCTL from Mononodes. But before we get into any of this, if you do find any of these videos interesting, enjoyable, you like them, please leave a like and subscribe below because it actually makes a difference. So let's start right off with Scatter. I've always been a huge fan of adding diffusion and just removing the sharpness from an image, because since I started learning about filmmaking and I realized that sharpness is not really our friend, I started to chase this more of a filmic look by adding this diffusion filter, and I got myself a $150 Tiffin Black Pro Mist 1.8. Now this filter, as I said before, is always stuck on my lens pretty much 99% of the times because I just love the effects, the bloom that adds to the highlights, and the skin tones just look so natural. I decided to go for a 1.8 over a 1.4 just because the 1.4 I think is a little bit too strong and it's hard to understand when looking through a camera monitor or an action monitor how much of an effect you're actually putting into your footage. So 1.8 is usually a good in between. So a month ago I came across this plugin called Scatter, that it is a post-production plugin that pretty much helps you takes the look and the characteristic of actual real filters, 16 to be precise. They're perfectly matched with the real filters and you can just add this in post. And it's mind-blowing because, for example, sometimes I don't want a black Pro Mist, sometimes I want a black satin, sometimes I want a haze filter, sometimes I want a smoke filter. And I don't want to spend $100 to $200 for a high-end filter to put in front of my lens to then maybe realize the effect is a little bit too strong. And this is why this plugin is such a game changer for me, because you can literally add this in post. You can decide the strength of the plugin, it's tweakable, it's keyframeable, it's maskable. You can literally do anything you want in post. And you're not closed in this one box of shooting with the filter and having the footage already looking like that, because you can add that in post. And this is incredible. I absolutely love this because my $150 promised, I doubt I ever gonna shoot with it again. So if any of you guys want a black Pro Mist and are based in Bali, let me know because I'm selling it right now because I'm not gonna use it anymore. Enough talking. Let's do some real life tests and let's see if you guys can pick between these 4 shots which one was shot with a Pro Mist and which one was shot with nothing, and just add it in post. Test all of these effects that Scatter allows you to use in a real life scenario like this. Right, as you can see, you have so many effects that you can use. And yes, this plugin is about $200 for a year or $500 for a lifetime license. But if you think about it, you have pretty much $500 to have 16 filters. So that's actually not a bad deal. If you would buy any of this filter from a high-end company to get the best out of it, it's actually a pretty cheap deal. So the link is down below. Let's move on to the next one. This is a DCTL from Mononodes. And a DCTL is pretty much a pre-programmed LUT plugin that you can just apply to a random node in your node tree, and then it will show you the effect. So it's pretty much a pre-programmed LUT, I like to call it. And this specific DCTL from Mononodes, it's a utility tool DCTL. That means you can just add it as a last node in your node tree to check out your exposure, your skin tones, and everything else. Mononodes creates a lot of different DCTLs, but I actually do pick this one because it was the one that I was the most interested in. So this utility DCTL, you add it to the last node of your node tree, and then you can choose between 3 different presets. One is called balance, that allows you pretty much to check the skin tones mostly and the balance of your image. The second one is called clipping, which allows you to check up on your whites and blacks. And the third one is called isolator, which allows you to check on your highs and lows of your colors, which is very, very cool. Honestly, I haven't really tried too much the isolator and the clipping, but I found a crazy amount of utility in the utility tool into the balance one. The balance one is the one that I use the most, and since I got this plugin, it's been living at the end of my node tree because it is so useful to understand your skin tones better without just relying on one line on your vector scope. So pretty much all you gotta do is add it at the end of your node tree, and then your skin tones will turn green or yellow or purple, and then you can balance it depending on the look that you're going with. Usually a good balance of mostly yellow in your face would be good, with a little bit of purple and a little bit of green depending on the landscape and the scenarios around you. And this is such a useful way of checking on your skin, because if I have a look at some videos that I shot a few months ago, I can already see that something went wrong, but I couldn't really understand because my skin tone was kind of on the line and I couldn't really understand what was wrong with it. And now having this beautiful actual visualization of what is wrong just helps me so much more, and it's such an amazing tool for someone who's just starting out as well, just to understand skin tones and how to get good skin tones. But another thing that I really like to do using this thing is you can just get a screenshot or a still from a movie, and then you can copy exactly the same skin tones because you can analyze that still from the movie and check what kind of skin tones, vibes and colors they used. So also it's very, very useful if you want to understand how a movie was shot and the choices of colors and styles of color grading throughout the movie. So if you do want to check out any of these 2 plugins, just click the links down below. As I said before, they are a little bit expensive, but if you think about how much they can help you and how much money they can save you, like Scatter for example, it is actually worth it in the long run. So that's it for today, guys. As I said before, if you like this video, if you enjoy these videos, give a like and subscribe. See you in the next one.